Let's do it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Non-Essential Podcast. It is day 25. It's day 25 now of the of lockdown 2 here in Melbourne. I'm doing this every day until lockdown is over. It's another 2.5 weeks, pretty much. If it sounds a bit funny, it's because I'm doing this with my mask on. I'm doing it with a mask on. It had to be done at least once in this fucking thing, this lockdown. I can barely hear out of my headphones. It's not really... Hello. Alright, we'll keep going, I guess. You know what? I nearly actually forgot about this this whole thing today. I think because I did it a little bit earlier yesterday, that it got to, it's 2 a.m. It got to probably about 10 p.m. tonight before I realised, oh yeah, shit, I gotta do one of these things. As I said just before, another 2.5 weeks. Well, thereabouts, isn't it? I think it's 2.5 weeks. What are we today? Thursday's done. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then, yeah, so like 2.5 weeks, basically, until we're free again. And can't wait. First thing I'm going to do is, as I said, one of the first episodes of this whole thing, 25 days ago. Just going to jump in the car and go for a cruise. Going to have to get a new tyre though. One of my tyres is flat. I'm still managing to drive around in it with a flat. I'm just pumping it up every time I go for a drive to the supermarket. So I think I've pumped it up about 3 times now in the last 2 weeks. It's hanging in there. It's probably going to fuck the car up, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Cross that bridge if and when we come to it, but I hope that it'll hold out another 2.5 weeks, and then that'll be sort of one of the first things I do, go get a new tyre. And I should get a spare one too, because I haven't had a spare one for fucking ages. And, I always knew that I was probably going to run into trouble at some point, getting a flat tyre and not having a spare. I got a flat tyre, actually. When was the last one I got? Maybe about a year ago. Or maybe slightly less than a year. I feel like it might have been last summer. Maybe. So, like, anywhere from sort of maybe last December to... maybe January of this year. And I got it just before I was just before I got to work on a Sunday night at Crown, and I got all the way into Crown, into the car park and everything like that, because I had to hand some stuff to some people so they could open the club. And then I said, I gotta go, I'll come back, I'll be back in maybe just under 2 hours or whatever, because it's about an hour to get home and an hour to come back. I had to race home quickly and borrow a car from someone and then go back to work, because I drove over a Bolt. I don't know if I mentioned this about a week ago. Maybe I was just talking. Maybe it was just one of the conversations I have with myself. I talk to myself all the time, people. I have my whole life. And I don't think you're a proper, normally functioning person if you don't talk to yourself. I'm a bit tangled here. Hang on. There we go. And I've driven over a Bolt on the road like 4 times. I think I did actually I think I did tell this story a couple of weeks ago. So I won't run the risk of telling the same story again, in case I've already told it. Anyway, I've had a lot of flat tires caused by driving over bolts in the road, and that's pretty much the story. Anyway, it wasn't really a great story, but yeah. So that's happened a bunch of times in my life. What else? Is it harder to breathe with these masks? I don't know. I don't really notice a huge difference. One thing I do notice though when I'm wearing a mask is it actually gets me tired. And I think it's because you're when you're breathing, the sort of the warm air, your warm breath is coming up from like the holes at the top of the mask, where the bridge of your nose is, and which is like right under your eyes. So there's like all this warm air coming up through your mask into your eyeballs, and I find that it gets you tired. There's been a few times where I've been wearing the mask like as I'm driving around, which you don't really need to. Sometimes you forget that you got it on though. You're driving and you're like, oh fuck, I don't actually need to have the mask on while I'm driving. But you forget, like I said. And yeah, there's been a couple of times where I'm like, man, my eyes are getting really heavy, and then I realise it's because I've got the mask on. And so that's one thing it does. I think if nothing else comes out of this whole, I think it is harder to breathe actually, because I feel like I'm breathing a bit heavier right now, and it'll probably sound horrible on, when I listen back to this, but taking all these deep breaths and shit like that. But fuck it, maybe it'll actually improve my cardio, and that's that's not a bad thing at all. But the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, if there's one sort of good thing to come out of this whole coronavirus thing, it's that we now all have these masks, and I think wearing a mask it could be the answer to a lot of insomnia. There are some nights where I just can't fucking get to sleep, but I reckon if I just put a mask on, put one of my masks on, because I've got the ones, like my mum made these ones out of like material. And I think if I just walk around with a mask on for an hour, like I'll probably just knock myself out and have a great sleep. So, you always look on the bright side of life, people. And, yeah, that's that. Got a new battery for the laptop. I was talking about this the other day. Battery arrived. I haven't actually put it into the laptop yet. I hope it's the right battery. It certainly looks like the right battery, but it hasn't actually gone into the laptop yet, because I'm just going to wait for this one that's in there right now to just completely cark it. So before I put this one in, so battery has arrived, so there shouldn't be any problems from here on out with the Non-Essential podcast. I did think, a couple of days ago when the battery that's in there now kind of shat itself a little bit, I thought, fuck, I've got like 20-something days. Well, it might have been 30 days left of this thing, but like I can't have this fucking die on me now. But as I said, I've got a new battery now. It's here. It looks like the right one. I hope it's the right one, and I'll just hang on to it until this one completely carks it. So there shouldn't be any problems, basically, is what I'm saying. And we should get through to the 13th of September, having done one of these little diary entries every fucking day. And really, I stopped probably within the first few days trying to make this whole thing an interesting and entertaining listen. I don't think I've really succeeded in that. And as I said, I realised pretty early on that I probably should have put a lot of work basically into each episode every day, and sat down and actually planned it and all that sort of thing. But I haven't done that because I got too much worrying about life to do. Yeah, so I haven't really planned in the episodes, and within the first week, this whole thing became more of a mission to just actually do this every day, more so than having it be any good. I might, once this is all done, I mean, all the day's episodes are up there on my YouTube channel, and it's probably, well, that is how you're listening to this now, because that's the only place they are. But I'm thinking I might leave them all up online for maybe a week after lockdown finishes, or maybe until the end of September, and then I'll just take them all down, because they're rubbish. But there's a few good things that have sort of come out of it. I think if I were to listen back, I may have said a few things, maybe one or two things each episode that I could turn into something. I want to try stand-up comedy. I want to give stand-up comedy a go. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I was all set to do it, really, just before sort of, COVID happened, and I need to scratch my nose, hang on. Before COVID happened and put, life on the back burner. So I feel as though I may have one or two things in each episode that I could maybe turn into some material to go out there and see if I can get some laughs. So that's, another good thing, I guess, that has come out of COVID and come out of this little podcast experiment of mine. But yeah, I mean, I'll just be happy if I can actually do this every day until lockdown's over. There's been a few days where it's just like today, where I nearly forgot all about doing it, and then when I remembered, I was like, I can't be fucked. There's been a bunch of those days. This whole week, pretty much, I've just kind of fucking done nothing. Like, I've been keeping myself busy doing things here and there, and I've got, some actual work from, my employers and things like that. Every now and then, every few days, I get some tasks and things sort of thrown my way, which is good, it's kept me busy and all that sort of stuff. But this week I couldn't be fucked with this whole thing, and I started to get a little restless. Today I got a little bit restless, but you just gotta, I think I said this the other day as well, you just gotta quickly, train your mind to just start think of something else, and I do. That's when I start Googling things. So yeah, fucking, it is hard to breathe with a mask on. If you've got it on for, any longer than 13 minutes now, it gets a bit hard to breathe. It's one of those things that the conspiracy theorists are, banging on about, you can't breathe when you're wearing a mask and all this sort of shit, when really, I don't think, I think the same amount of oxygen still sort of fucking comes in, really, to be honest. But yeah, it's really kind of throwing me off how I can't really hear in my headphones at all. I'm just wondering if any of this is being picked up. I don't want to have to do this fucking thing again. Oh, fuck. It is a bit hard to breathe. I don't think I've worn one for maybe this long. I'm not sure if I've worn one for this length of time. I haven't gone out. I've only gone to the supermarket and back over the last, however many fucking weeks it's been now. Who the fuck even knows? But I haven't gone for like my hourly exercise outside that would have required me to kind of wear a mask. Although I think you're allowed to not wear one if you're exercising, but you kind of need to be. You need to then be running pretty much, don't you? The whole time you're sort of out. But yeah, my point is, I don't know if I've worn a mask for this length of time before, and it does get a bit tricky to breathe, especially when you're as fat as I am, and out of shape. That's another thing. I mean, I know I've talked a bit about it in the past, but man, I one of the things I actually can't wait to do when this is all over is to go for my walks again, and to actually go for a run. I actually want to, and I'm excited to go for a run. And like I said, I know I'm still allowed to do that. But this sort of second wave has probably scared me more than the the first one. So I really just have not fucking gone out at all and done any exercise or anything like that. Usually I go for a walk at least every day. I can't wait to get out there and go for a walk and go for a bit of a jog. And get back into, you know, some sort of shape that doesn't resemble a fucking weather balloon. Just a fucking round blob. And I feel like my diet has also been terrible over the last 5 or 6 weeks. And I think I'm starting to really kind of feel the effects of it. I've been living off croissants and chocolate, basically. And the occasional, you know, chicken breasts and rice. But, yeah, just been eating pretty poorly and not exercising. And those croissants, all that butter, all the butter in the croissants has got to be just wreaking havoc on my arteries right now. Just fucking closing them right up. So I've got to get out there and I've got to move around. I've got to run. I've got to walk. I've got to get the diet, you know, a bit better. Well, a lot better, probably. Stop eating fucking croissants. And then maybe I'll live a bit longer than what I probably would if I kept this up. So, yeah, there's a few things I'm looking forward to. Looking forward to going for a drive. Looking forward to going for a walk and a run. And looking forward to getting into better shape. I was pumping the weights early on, but that has dropped by the wayside a bit as well. And it's easy to do when, you know, you're just sort of cooped up inside and living a very sedentary lifestyle. So I'm looking forward to getting active again. Yeah, alright, I think I might stop it here because as I said at the start, I really just couldn't be fucked at all doing this tonight. Another night where I couldn't be fucked, but you gotta do it. Because we've made a commitment and it's a little game with myself. If I don't do this every day, then I'm just gonna feel as though I am mentally weak. And, well, my battery's about to die. Fuck. Hang on. I've got to get to that quickly. Whew, fuck. I think we got there just in time, people. Because I probably would have had to start recording again. Actually, no, it probably would have automatically saved. Anyway, I was going to end it anyway, so let's just end it now. We've done nearly... Let's actually go 2 more minutes because we've just hit the 18-minute mark, and listen to me fucking struggle to breathe. Let's see if I can do it. If I can go, 2 more minutes, make it an even 20 with this mask on the whole time. I hope you can kind of understand me. I hope it's not too... I better not listen back and it's all muffled and you can't understand what I'm fucking saying. Because, to the point where I just have to do this again, because that'll really fucking shit me. So here we are. Coming up to 18 minutes 45. I don't really have much more to say. Fuck, I could just not say anything for the last minute. And just breathe, concentrate on breathing. But I think part of the thing that... really kind of makes the lungs work when you're wearing a mask like this is the combination of breathing and talking. So let's keep talking. Really fucking make those lungs work for that oxygen. And you know what? This is actually probably what it feels like if you are like, and hopefully it doesn't happen to you. Knock on wood for everyone, myself and everyone out there. But this is apparently what happens if you get COVID. It basically fucking fucks your breathing up, and that's how people are dying from it, because they can't breathe. So this is almost like a good little, a good little test or something, maybe, to see like how I'd go if I was, struggling to breathe. Anyway, last 5 seconds. We've done it, people. We've done it. 20 minutes. With a mask on, and there we go. Alright, see you tomorrow for day 26. This has been day 25 of the Non-Essential Podcast. We're nearly there, people. We're nearly there. I'll talk to you tomorrow.